Hi everybody. Hi, I'm Lynn from L&J Goods. So happy to have you here. We got a real quick live for you to share a little bit of a slow unboxing of that new Decoupage Queen fall release. I'm going to show you the papers real quickly. Maybe you have already seen them over on the Decoupage Queen page, but I got a special treat for you with a thrifted find from Maine that we're going to turn into a special little project for Halloween. And I'm going to show you a few other projects that I've done for this release.
I'd call it an unsleeving.
An unsleeving, that's right. Hi everybody, our shop is open today, so you may hear some goings on in the background, but they'll be happy to see what we're sharing as well, I'm sure. So Megan's here with me today. L&J Goods is a brick and mortar shop in Medina, New York. We're right on Main Street. You can find everything that we're using today right over there on that new fall display area of our decoupage papers and some other new products that are here and new for fall. And you can find us at lnjgoods.com. So Megan's here. She'll talk about the whole collection and where you can find that. But I'm going to flip the camera down and show you what we got going. We'll get to this in a minute. But let's show you this little spooky collection. I think one of my favorite things about this release are all of these backgrounds. Not to minimize Teresa's incredible artwork, but I love a good background. So those of you that did my little pumpkin tutorial, like wouldn't that be perfect? You could substitute this on that little decoupage box and go, we have the little class available. You should actually post that class. Or link that class, the pumpkin Halloween box.
Oh, like just the class?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you could substitute and use any of these backgrounds would be great on that little Halloween box, and then you pick up a pumpkin, paper mache pumpkin, and pop that on, and you could really do a cute little Halloween candy box. But anyway, the polka dots have me. This is a little project that I'm going to be sharing with you in a minute, but we have this black polka dot, the orange polka dot. We have got stripes galore. Oh, I love this. And they all coordinate so beautifully. Look at this. I mean, these are great, and they could also work with some of the other papers as well. But we've got a little 4-pack. I love this for like little mini backgrounds and frames. And then we have, oh, these are so cute. These are what we're going to use today to do a very sweet little Halloween treat canister. So I'm going to set those aside. And then we've got a few little spooky ghosts, but even if you took like the top of this and used this as a background, you could easily like layer that little house over top of it with the little ghost. One of these little 4-packs would be super cute.
Mary, the papers are sold both individually and as packs.
Yes.
You can buy them either way.
So here is the haunted house. Again, if you didn't want the label on there, you could easily take this, pop this in a little vintage black frame. Would be really, really cute. And then we have this little 4-pack too. Sweet little backgrounds for collage, for cards, or for little mini framed pieces. I think this is the bonus one, right? Yep, this is the bonus paper. So you get a little extra 4-pack when you buy the complete pack. So there's the little ghost. Oh, there's just, yeah, these are wonderful. So that is the, what is it? The spooky collection? Spooky? Yes. All right. Then we have the, Megan, help me with the name of this collection.
Doesn't seem like,
I know, Megan's got to look it up.
This doesn't seem like these are all the papers that you.
Some of them are packs.
But that's everything ordered?
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't order I don't think I got these individually. I'm not sure.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. So this pack is, I can't remember the name of it.
That's the Gothica pack.
Gothica pack. And these papers here are, there's a 4-pack. These are actually taken from actual paintings from one of the Dutch masters, or some of the Dutch masters, who did these beautiful, realistic paintings that represented, they're very symbolic and they represent so many different things. Not only, they aren't spooky like death, they actually are a representation of memories and of life continuing. So there's that. We've got this big spooky paper. And then here is one of those Dutch masters paintings in an A4. And I know I'm going through these really quickly, but love this one too. I have special plans for these for our store window. The skulls. What do we call this? Grungy skulls or something like that? Yeah.
So it should say it right at the bottom of the
Oh,
paper.
you're right, it does. Grunge skulls. That's what it says. And there is this 4-pack with 2 beautiful backgrounds. You'll also see one of the backgrounds here. I think this is glorious. This is so beautiful. And then these, here's the other background called Spellbinder. One is called Spellbinder. One is called Always and Forever. And we have a couple of Teresa's original paintings. This one is called Keeper of Secrets. This one is called The Temptress. I'm going to be doing these on a large format, and we're going to do a complete Halloween window coming up soon. I can't wait. That's going to be so cool because I've got tons of like those antique old frames that the large format papers are going to go in.
Yes.
And then there's also this stripy background. So that is the Gothica collection. Then we will see the Fall in Nature. This is probably, it's always hard for me to choose a favorite, but probably this is my favorite. And I have done some projects in advance for the Decoupage Queen release, but super, super cool. Oh my goodness, look at these pumpkins. They're beautiful on the book stacks. I'll be showing you a couple of projects that I did with those in just a minute. Here's another single pumpkin on the book stacks. I mean, even these two just framed just for some fall decor would be beautiful side by side. We have another stripy background. This is a little bit different tonally than anything that's in the other papers. I think this one's got kind of a dark green, but if you look at Teresa's, oh my gosh, I love her backgrounds because she adds so much very subtle layering and detail that make them really interesting. Then we have a little 4-pack. Oh, no, let me show you this one first. Oh, truly, truly my favorites. How many times have I said my favorites?
Quite a few times.
Quite a few
But
times.
Okay, that's a good thing.
These are so amazing. You will use these throughout the year, and I'll show you how I use them in just a minute, but aren't they, they're amazing. They're just so cool, and this little wrapped twine around each of them. I actually used this as part of my design in my project that I'll show you. We have a little 4-pack of those pumpkins and those the cottage scraps and cottage stripes. Say that 4 times fast. Cottage scraps and cottage stripes. They are in the little 4-pack. And then we have some of Teresa's paintings. There's a little mouse on a sunflower. We have this cute little squirrel. He's adorable. There's a little chipmunk and the painted fox. But these are all of her paintings. And then you have the little 4-pack here. Even these just done in 4 little frames with an IOD mold frame around it even, or put these on 4 little canvases. They would be darling.
So cute.
So those are the collections. We went through them fast, but you can always go through and see them again. So this is a project that I did using the cottage pumpkins, and I want to show you this. There is actually a reel, right, that is, we'll have a tutorial. That'll be, I'm not sure when that's going live, but it will be soon.
Yes, Avetta will tell us.
Avetta will tell us, but look for this reel to be posted by Decoupage Queen, because I'll take you step by step through how I created this little fall autumn journal. But it's so cute. And look here, this is where I utilized that little twine piece to make sure that it lined up on the spine. And then I used part of a paper here, and then I tore it along this edge right here on the book, and then added the paper on the top. Then I also took the black polka dots and just put them on the inside covers of each of them.
Love that.
Glue, made a little magnifying glass. You'll find out how I did all of that. And then attached a little raggedy tie-up bow. But with this, and I don't know where it is, I used a leftover scrap just to create a bookmark. So that's laying around here somewhere, but really, really cute autumn journal.
Cute, very cute.
Thank you, Megan. And this is I think the pièce de résistance. I'm actually editing a YouTube video right now sharing this project, but again, that's that other pumpkin, the single one, and this is in the A3 size. I used a silver tray. This is a vintage silver tray that I had thrifted. I use IOD molds and decoupage that on there. This gets one of those great big adhesive plate hangers on the back so that you can hang this as a decor piece. But I love this so much. But I share all of my techniques in an upcoming YouTube video. But there it is. It's beautiful. Love it, love it, love it.
Really pretty, Mom.
All right, so let's do a very quick little project. And
yes, all the papers that she's showing are DQ papers. The black polka dots are a DQ paper too.
yes, they are.
That's linked right. There's a link to the collection right in the description on Facebook and YouTube. It's also out right on the front page of our website, ellenjgoods.com.
So this is a little canister that I picked up when we were thrifting in Maine last week. And I got a little bit of a head start by decoupaging the top, the lid here, and we'll finish this off. And we'll do that right now with everybody. So let me, just gonna give myself a little bit of extra here.
If you haven't watched Teresa's live, you should definitely go over to Decoupage Queen and watch her
yeah,
live
she-
too, because she does a great.
She
paints
explains
all
it
of
all.
these, so she
Yeah,
explains
yeah.
all of her inspiration
Yeah.
and all of that. It's really nice.
So this had a little green knob on it. Hold for the surprise when I'm done here. And I've got some decoupage varnishing glue out, and I took this, I love this little canister, I love the shape of it, so I just lightly scuff sanded over it so that I made sure that I had a good grip. And now I'm going to, this is a tricky one because the corner has a few different curves to it. Shirley and I were back here like trying to figure out like, how would I do that? What would I do? So I think I got that down, and that down. Let's let that dry for a minute, and then I'll need to snip into this and do a little fold over or a little miter or tear this and overlap it. We'll figure that out in just a second. I thought this would be such a cute little treat, a treat container for
Yes.
Halloween, or a little cat, like if you have cats, it would be a really cute like kitty cat treat container. So what I'm gonna do is wrap this, and then I'm going to do some water cut and decoupage over this so that we've got that little kitty peeking around, and then I'll have a stack of pumpkins on the other side.
Mary said, I like the squeaky door sound effect.
I know, right?
Cheryl
Oh my
said,
gosh.
that's the front door, the shop's open. It
It is. You're right, Cheryl. Okay, let me water cut this. I think the part that I want to use, well, maybe I should get this on here first. Let me get this on here. Cheryl, yes, she's right. I want to give myself, here's where I want to cut, right there. So I think, even though it's a rice paper, I think I am going to cut this. I just love that you can do so many things with decoupage. I really do. No, you know what? I'm going to play by the rules. I'm going to do a water cut.
Those are the rules?
Yeah, with a rice paper, that's what they say. You shouldn't cut it. You should just tear it.
It does give it a more natural edge.
Well, it does. It blends in nicer. And especially when we're layering things, and you'll see that in a minute. So I know I want to get this edge off. And we'll do this. And I will be overlapping a little bit, so you'll see how using like this water cut method with the rice paper makes the blending so much easier. Did we have anybody finding us today for this surprise live? Good.
I was just talking to Cheryl and Mary.
Hi guys, Mary, I think I just saw you. Actually, is it Mary Casey?
Yes.
Yes, I just saw her over on the live reveal, and she was saying how the Gotha collection reminded her of Dark Shadow, Lost. Oh, Mary, Lost Shadows, Dark Shadows, Lost Shadows. It was a TV show, a series. You know, back when we were kids.
It's really cool. I think that collection's really cool.
The Gothica one?
Yeah.
It's a surprise to me that I enjoyed it as much as I did.
I really, really love the backgrounds.
The backgrounds are great.
I forget what the two of them are called. What is this
Oh
called?
my gosh.
Always and Forever. And
We know, I have always said Teresa
Spellbinder.
does such an amazing, she does such amazing damask.
Yes.
She really
Dark
does.
Shadows, yes.
Dark Shadows. Okay, so I want a kitty kind of peeking from the front. So we will probably lose this little kitty over here, but that's okay. I'm going to start with the front. And we'll get this guy positioned. I just want him peeking from.
That's cute.
It is kind of cute, isn't it? It's for all your little kitty treats.
Kathy says she has 4 cats, and her all-black cat is her favorite right now.
Oh, aren't they the best?
It's very cool.
When I was a little girl, a very little girl, you remember before we had an actual washer and dryer at our growing up house,
Wow.
we would go to the laundromat. And I went with my dad one time, and I actually found a little black kitten, a little black cat, I would say, not kitten. And I put it in our car while he was doing the laundry. And it rode home under the seat. And yeah, then I had myself a stray black cat. I called that Cat Midnight because it was pure black.
Very unique.
And of course, she had a belly full of babies.
Of course.
And so she gave birth in a box in our kitchen. And there was another little black kitten that I called her Midnight Junior.
Oh, that's adorable. You've always been creative, Mom.
I'm going to overlap this a little bit here. Midnight Junior. Yes.
There is no word for, like, if you name a daughter after yourself, right?
I don't think
unheard
so.
of, right? Like, I couldn't
Like
have, like,
Princess?
a Megan Jr.
We could call you Princess.
But that doesn't really exist.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. It doesn't.
We don't get a namesake.
No. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute. I literally thought of this like an hour ago. Like, okay, I have got to do something live with you guys and show you how cute this is.
My favorite cat name was, you remember Ann Halstead? She was Levon's
Yes.
speech therapist, and our friend Michael Halstead, he worked with Katie.
Mm-hmm.
They're siblings, and they had a cat whose name was Princess Queen.
Princess Queen.
And that's what they called her, her full name all the time, Princess Queen.
So I am going to take this pumpkin stack. I'm going to water cut this, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I don't think I want it like that. I definitely want this. I remember last year's video that I did for Decoupage Queen. I don't know if you'll remember it or not, but I did a whole little journal, and that was so cute. And it was kind of a made-up little story of a cat that had gone missing, and
yes, that was so cute.
it was really cute. Okay, so I will water cut here.
I think if your daughter had your first and middle name, she can be a junior. Yes.
I think you're right.
But you just don't hear that.
No, you don't.
Mary says that's because women usually took their husband's last name, so the daughter's name wouldn't be the same.
That's
Yes.
right.
But you would just think by 2025 we would have something like...
I know. Something.
There's enough women keeping their own surnames that they could certainly have little juniors. Or what would be the girl version of that?
The little girl version of...
A junior.
I don't know. I love that this has this ivory colored background because when I blend it in, it's going to be just fine anyway.
So many people with black cats.
They are, and you know what? Those are the ones that are the hardest to adopt out.
Well, dogs
at rescues,
too. All
yeah.
black dogs as well. Okay, you'd say like the second, like Queen Elizabeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Shirley
have
shocked
oh
Miss
well
Shirley.
yeah, Shirley has like every color cat, right?
And Miss Shirley still has kittens available. She'd like everyone to know, but not a black one. Where did I get the name Levon? Well, you probably know the song Levon by Elton John. That's where I got it. And I love that song, and I love the play on words in that song, where it also sounds like they're saying, he shall believe on.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love the sound of that. And also, David and I are so particular, and it was very difficult for us to come to agreement on names. In fact, we would have to pass them to each other on a piece of paper because we didn't want to even hear the other one say it to influence us on whether or not we liked it. But for his name, we were choosing between Levon and Emery, and he is so glad that we did not choose Emery. And Henry is not happy with his name, he recently told me, and he wishes his middle name was his first name. And I told him he can do that if he would like to do that. I quite liked his middle name.
Is David?
No, Levon's middle name is David.
Levon David,
Henry's
Solomon.
middle name is Solomon, which I quite liked as a first name, but I could not convince David of that. So I just went ahead and blamed his dad, and that was that. So, but I told him he can change. He can like go by that if he'd like to in a different.
Sure.
But he could go to college and just be like a whole different guy.
He could. He could, and he probably would. That would be something that Henry would do.
Oh yes, you must go listen to the song "Levon" by Elton John if you haven't heard it. Yes.
He shall leave on.
He shall be Levon.
Leave on.
But yes, go listen to that. Anybody who hasn't heard that song, go listen to it. I just love the sound of that name. And it's not cutesy. You can grow old with it. I like a name that you can grow old with. Nothing wrong with names that are cutesy for those that like it. I like a name that I can picture. I can close my eyes and picture you as an old man or a little boy, and it works.
That's true.
And of course, I had a list of 100 girl names for every boy I had that I never used, so... I love to know name origin stories too.
Well, Megan, you were named after one of my very favorite college professors. Took that name for my daughter.
With an H. Was theirs with an H too, or
Yes,
you
it
made that
was.
up?
No, I did not make it up.
Yes, your names are good. I think you did good names. Did you? So you didn't even have? Well, you didn't know if I was a boy or a girl.
You're right. I did.
So what was your boy name?
Oh gosh, I think that's a really good question. I don't remember those kinds of things.
I remember all of mine.
Of course you do.
Well, I mean, each one of them I at least had two names because I needed to get a look at them. To decide first.
Yeah.
And Levon's name also means little lion, and then he was born with like a big head of blonde hair, which shocked all of us.
I know.
So we said, okay, that's the one. And we all still call him Levon David because Sophia is only 8 months older than him, and I was babysitting her, when I was pregnant with Levon, and right up until, oh my gosh, until I had Henry.
Yeah.
But she was really like the queen of our castle because Jonathan and Augie are so much older, so they really worshipped her. And she really was fine with Levon when he was first born, but then when he started moving around and touching what she considered to be her toys in her home, which was my house, that was like one of her first sentences was, Levon David said no, no. And she'd hold her little finger up in the air. Said no, no. So we all still say that.
Yeah.
We all still say that about him.
Do you say the no part to him?
Yes.
Oh.
We all laugh. We all say that still.
Oh my gosh. Adorable.
And one of the first times she would say a word, she'd just say, baby.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute. All right, and then we just got to wrap this around.
Kathy says, my sons are Drew and Tate. I tease them they have short names to make it easier for them in kindergarten. Yes, that's nice.
It's a good idea, actually.